having you here. I have been speaking to many academics and education. They have been saying that value-based education is really important, and which is really important for school education. You have been looking after as a commissioner school education. So how important it is, and what MP government, your department is doing to taking care of the value education in Madhya Pradesh?
See, we believe very strongly that education should not only be about just learning basic concepts. There should fundamentally, education number one should be ensuring that the values of the constitution are imparted to all children. And value based education is, of course, very important if we want good citizens. So, in all our curriculum, we try to ensure that value based issues are incorporated into the chapter in an interesting way so that the children learn it at every step of the class.
Ma'am, as you know that India is a very big country, very diverse country. There is a popular saying that "Kos kos mein badle pani, char kos mein wani." In such a big country, the inclusion of the people is very important. And what is being said that ICT, using of ICT in education can actually leverage people to come into education. So how the government is trying to use IT or ICT or e-governance into the education so that you can reach to the large number of people?
See, the challenge for the government is that most of our schools are in extremely remote areas, and so in order to ensure good quality, we have to go in for technology. And in the morning session, Mr. Hari Ranjan Rao had mentioned that we are starting smart classrooms where we will have we will have a system of networking where a good teacher from any particular school will be addressing students of other schools which are network onto that system. So this is one initiative. Then we also have a system called the Head Start system, which is also working well. At the same time, we are also looking at certain other technologies, like we are looking at satellite based education for more schools, so that the problem of quality of teachers and the problem of lack of good resource persons is addressed.
As you talk about the quality of the education, even in the morning session, we deliberated that quality is important. Most of the government program is directed toward raising the enrollment ratio, which is really required in such a big country. But somehow the quality is missing. So what are the initiative that your department is taking so that actually the quality for the student as well as for the teachers could be maintained or enhanced?
Okay. See, the first thing is that enrollment is also very important, and in a country where a large number of children did not have access, ensuring access was naturally a priority. However, since now access is nearly universalized, therefore the emphasis is now on quality. To ensure quality, we are making sure that we have more and more training programs for our teachers where we build the capacities of the teachers in three ways. Number one, we make sure that they understand the curriculum better. Number two, we try and build their capacities in terms of classroom transactions, how they do their job better. And number three, in terms of leadership qualities for our principals and for our head teachers, so that they run the institutions better. So all this is being done this year, and there will be a large emphasis on this in the following year.
In 2012 is almost about to end. So what were the major initiative that school education department took, and what are your future plans for the development of education in Madhya Pradesh?
In this particular year, a lot of work has been done, but some of the most interesting things that have been done is that we have the honorable chief minister directed us to make sure that we look at quality in a very strong manner, and we ensure that all government schools improve their quality. So in every district now an academic improvement plan is being made, and the districts themselves based on their needs are preparing this plan, and they're implementing it from this year onwards, so that they will take initiative based on their circumstances and their needs, and they will implement it themselves and make sure that results are delivered. The other thing that we have done is, since you were asking me about value based education, and for particularly for adolescent girls, for life skills education, we have started with the help of UNICEF something called the Meena Radio. So all adolescent girls listen to this program in the school. for about 15 minutes, and then there is a 15-minute discussion on all the issues that are raised in that program. This has received a tremendous response amongst adolescent girls. Then there is also a lot of initiative for school children to make sure that their interest is maintained. So there are a lot of co-curricular activities that are also taking.
Ma'am, I have been speaking to many chairmen and the school principal I have interviewed, and private especially, and what I have spoken about the Right to Education Act, which is considered as a revolutionary act which will bring large number of students to the schools, but their response is not exactly what government is actually saying. They are saying there may be some problem of integration. So how true it is, and what is your take on that?
When you talk about private schools, you mean about the 25% reservation for economic disadvantaged children? I think I think Madhya Pradesh can safely take great pride in this, that as compared to the rest of the country, our private schools have been very generous. They have come forward, and we are the only state in the country which has already got 1,38,000 children last year, and then another 1,38,000 children this year into our private schools. So I think we can safely take great pride in the fact that our private schools have been far more large-hearted than other private schools in the rest of the country. However, I understand that there are problems in some schools, in the sense that, particularly in English medium schools, the problem is that they insist upon speaking in English in the school, and children from disadvantaged backgrounds naturally have a little bit of a problem of integration in the first few months. But most of the schools that I know of have made that little bit of special effort to ensure that the children are made to feel comfortable, and sometimes they even have a set of extra classes or special classes for them to help them understand things better. And besides, this is only the beginning. I think obviously there will be, when you implement a policy, there will be certain issues, but we'll just take it as we go along.
Ma'am, you just came to this summit, you have deliberated to the session, you were also the part of inaugural session. So how has been the experience with the Digital Learning State Education Summit this time around?
Well, I think the organizers need to be congratulated on putting together a fabulous summit, and I'm sure that all the people who participated here will go back feeling more enriched and feeling that they can do something more. And certainly it's a good opportunity for the practitioners as well as for the technology providers to interact and learn more about the needs of each other.
Thank you so much, ma'am, to talking to LS Techno Media.
Thank you.